This guy did not believe I could react. Oh my god, this guy has every read imaginable. Everything. Yeah, this dude's air grab is absolutely horrendous. And you know what's really shocking to me? Capcom actually changed the behavior of this move. They actually buffed the move. But so somebody looked at the move and made changes to it, right? And there was nobody who made the suggestion, hey, like, remember those million clips that we already have where people just have the correct read on a jump and the super just whiffs? We should probably fix that, right? Not a single developer thought that should be changed. I think that his level 1 super is the worst super in the game. I think so, yes. And it's not because it doesn't deal a lot of damage. I actually think that's fine. But the horrendous hitbox, it just never works. I think this was a great example of showcasing that.
That's a fucking joke. I'm not gonna look! He knows I'm gonna jab to bait it, so he does one after. Do you know what I mean? Jimmy's not good at this game. He's not good at Street Fighter. He's a fucking scrub, bro. Fucking winds me up. I can't play this guy seriously. I can't take him seriously. But do you know what's happening? I'm not mashing against him. Because I'm trying to fucking play. Fucking scrub. Then winds me up, bro. He winds me up. He's not a fucking player, bro. He's a YOLO little fucking piece of shit.
No CPT today, no. Next week.
He knows. He must listen to me, bro. He must listen to me, man. He must listen to me, bro. I'm at again, for fuck's sake. This fucking dude, bro. The fucking scrub. That's his back because he knows I'm gonna wait for a fucking match. Fucking scumbag. Fucking game winds me up. Fucking shit to me. Always the fucking shit. Fucking scrub! This guy's not good at the game. You can't play with him. He plays like a scrub. He's not good. He's not fucking good at this game. He's been beating bums, bro. Being beaten bums.
Those EXT
when Street Fighter 6 comes out, I'm gonna beat you 10-0 again. You know that. I'm gonna fucking ruin you. Bro, you fucking scrub.
And will forever be my nemesis in 5.
Jesus, bro. I'm trying to play the game here. I might as well just play like a YOLO bomb against you, Jimmy. Fucking hell, this guy's turd, bro. Round 1. Fucking turd, man. Fight.
Oh my god! There it is! 7,526. Okay, that's definitely the highest combo that I can... No, actually, I have an idea to make it even better. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna attack. I don't care. I'm not gonna attack. The only time. I guess wrong on every knockdown situation. Why did he... What? Wow. Just styling on him and still doing optimal stuff here. Oh, I could have killed, my bad. I could have killed again. What am I doing? God. Okay. Okay, so that's punishable. That killed him. Okay. Hey, my first encounter versus Aki, and I didn't get absolutely annihilated. How about that?
The reversal OD Dragon Punch, but you know.
Oh, he found the moment.
Ryan right now has the life lead, is burnt out, but Semi does not have enough life to.
Oh! Oh!
He recognized that Ryan's jump was a bit too early and immediately drive rushed in for the full pickup combo. That's crazy.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Jesus.
And I just can't come up with a strategy. Oh! You let me do that. Oh wow, that killed him! Oh, I thought for a second I made a mistake. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got that? Bam! Oh my god, wrecked. That should be it, right? Unscaled. That's amazing. The way he challenged that, unbelievable. Oh my god, what? I can't believe what's going on. Oh, what? Oh my god, no!
You lose.
That was the worst game I've lost ever. What just happened? Oh my god, what just happened? Take a look at this glowing effect. This should be like standard. Oh my god, what the fuck? What? He knew I was gonna do that. I couldn't. Hey, what the? What the hell is this? Oh my god, I got obliterated. I got obliterated. Invincible backdash. Obviously, he's got that as well. What did he just chip me with that? What the fuck? Ow! Come on, dude. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Oh, no, he's actually got resurrection. Fuck my life.
You lose.
God damn it. Wow, that was very greedy. No! Oh my god, I actually tried to challenge. I think I was on the same frame. We hit on the same frame. Great, totally worth it. No! No! Come on! What? This guy's unbelievable. Oh my god! I'm scared! What was I supposed to do there? Like, what is the game telling me what I was supposed to do there? Oh no! What? I've never seen that. What? What's up, guys? I really hope you're having a fantastic... What is it? Saturday, right? Saturday. Almost Christmas time. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever applies to you. Good to see you all. I've been actually really sick the last couple of days. The original plan was supposed to be to stream, well, the entire time until Christmas, but couldn't really do that. I feel barely good enough to do it today, so yeah, it's good to be back. Let's enjoy a couple of hours, a few hours to be fair, like only like 2 hours or so until I have to stop anyways, but let's make the best out of this and have some fun today. Good to see you, Fabricio, Sick Puppy, Wonder Boy, what's up? 3 Tar, welcome. DJ Khaled, yo, I used to watch you on YouTube. Good to see you. If you enjoy the YouTube stuff, I'm sure you're gonna have a good time here as well. Mandy Exile, welcome. I sometimes watch your shorts, they're really cool. Ryu is not meta and I respect your commitment. Good to see you, my man. I'm sure you're gonna have a good time here as well on the live stream. I hope so. Svenimal, Gear FTC, Sorry and Crash, what's up? What's up, my man? Denjin Bash, Ross 1780. We have Sam Williams on YouTube. What's up? Glad to have you back. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, thank you so much. Got a cold, you know. It's inevitable around this time. Khaled CS. Greetings, my man. I hope you're doing great. Hey Jimmy, just got my first hitbox. Is it normal to feel fingers a little sore? You mean after playing? I'm not sure how long you're playing, but I mean it definitely felt really odd playing on hitbox early on. And I'm still not 100% used to it. Rosa SMB, welcome. I'm from Brazil and you helped me get master rank. Thank you a lot, my man. Good to see you and I'm really happy you're doing great. It's Jordan. Is that how you even pronounce it in English? I'm doing great. Difficult times at the moment, right? Hope you're doing okay, my man. I'm from Germany, but my parents are actually from South Lebanon. Okay. It's like my warm-up match, right? Alright, dude. Almost.
Round 2. Fight.
Jordan is fortunate to be very safe, but just for out human brothers in Palestine, especially Gaza. Yeah.
DJ wins.
Oni Rashu. Snipe in rank. Right now I don't really want to play like a long set or anything like that. Maybe another time. If you want to play it, just try sniping me in rank. I'm so stupid, I could have killed him earlier.
Round 2. Fight.
Uh-oh. That's okay. That's a really bad spot for him to be in. Especially right now, he's dead. There's zero he can do in that spot.
Ryu wins.
Absolutely disgusting that this character has all these tools. True, but just gotta remember, you can beat these players. It's gotta be a god, you know? It's not a big deal. You know, if I can...
Round 2.
I notice even Blanca got an air throw. Does he? See, all of a sudden he doesn't seem that broken anymore, does he?
Ryu wins.
Was it? Blanca has an air throw? I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, I feel the same. I feel a lot more confident nowadays against DJ, and I feel like I can see more of the gaps that DJ uses in order to take any kind of advantage. At the end of the day, if you challenge DJ in the right way, you understand a lot better that while DJ is really strong, Ryu can punish him for his nonsense really hard, you know? Like if you get the right reads on DJ, he has to deal with that, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, Ryu hits really, really hard when you get a hit. So that's something to keep in mind. I used to think this is one of the worst matchups for Ryu, but the more I'm playing against DJ, the more I feel this is probably a 5-5, honestly. You know, there's like something to a character like DJ. If you do a lot of nonsense with DJ, sometimes it looks kind of silly with all the sways and stuff, right? But at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind, hey, if I challenge him, you know, then, and I'm right on those challenges, you know, if I'm brave enough to challenge, then the DJ player has to hold back on his nonsense. So it's definitely not a stable match. I think this is what people are not happy with, you know? You play the matchup and you feel like, hey, how can I even have any kind of control in this match? I think this is the main problem for a lot of players. Ryan Nair, good to see you. Oh, I just realized that's... what do you say, palindrome? Crifty, what's up? Right, it forces you to take risks. Exactly. I feel like Chun-Li is a really... Yeah, Chun-Li, like, no doubt. Chun-Li is actually difficult for Ryu. It's not easy at all. Certified difficult matchup, you know? Let's go live on TikTok as well. I really hope I can upload some of the tutorials that I had in mind before the end of this year. I'm really working on them quite a lot, but at the same time, getting sick this bad the last couple of days has been really rough working on them. Why is Chun-Li hard? Because she controls the ground too well. It's very difficult to deal with Chun. She has good control against Ryu.
Merry Christmas, Jimmy and chat.
Yo, Sir Cloud, my man, thank you so much for the 2 months and a Merry Christmas to you too. And we saw in this week's Europe SFL. Well, I'm currently not following a lot of Street Fighter.
Great match.
Also, only 2 months until Capcom Cup and maybe a patch. Yeah, should be quite interesting, right? Like, I felt like it took a while to get here, but now the next version of the game feels closer and closer, right?
Here comes a new challenger.
So let's go.
Round 1. Fight.
Ferrari, okay. This guy takes a lot. That's okay. Nice. Guess I should have just chipped him, honestly. Not sure why I risked that. There we go.
Ryu wins.
Nice perfect parries. Yeah, not so difficult with the cheating script, you know. No! Oh, that's bad. The corner here with the X Donkey goes sick, yeah, right? Did you first 6 goals for next year? For this year, Legend rank. Next year, Ultra Legend rank. Ooh, get wrecked. What?
Ryu wins.
Ultra Grand Legend. Okay, we'll try to get that. Rich Star, welcome. Big Scientist. Claudiov 89, what's up? Good to see all of you guys. Is it light or medium, Hasho? In what combo? Good to see you all on TikTok as well, by the way.
Here comes a new challenger.
I hope to see you and Tijami slug it out next year. Yeah, it would be nice, right? Looks like you're on fire, Jimmy. Have you considered being sick more often? You know, if you want to have those sick reads, you gotta be literally sick. Sick gameplay? Sick body, sick gameplay. That's what they say, right? Is that what they say? I hope so. Yo, PXG Rez. Good to see you, my man. My man, thank you so much for the 77 months. Appreciate it. A healthy soul and a healthy body. No. That's not how it goes. I'm pretty sure it's more like, be sick to play sick. Something like that. Honestly, that's okay. It's kind of a bad spot to be in. Oof! My bad.
Aki wins. Round 1. Fight.
Maybe play the fireball game a little bit more. That was very risky. I even baited that. Wow, take a look at that. Look, I know this works what I try to do. I just need to time it better. Okay. I'll get him next time.
Aki wins.
I gotta stay in a crouched position and do a really last second drive impact on that attack. The drive impact is actually the correct punish, so I will keep going for it. I just need to get used to it being like doing it super late. So basically you do air, heavy, crouching, heavy into electric Hasho. Oh, you were wondering about the second one. Yeah, the second one is a medium. You do the Denjin Hasho into a medium Hasho into a light Shoryuken. But to be fair, like this combo actually does less damage. If you're going into, like, let's say you're in you don't want to spend any drive gauge, okay? It's actually better to jump in hard punch, back fears, heavy donkey kick, light DP level 3. If you're going to go into a level 3, and probably even without the level 3, that's going to do more damage. And you're going to keep the Denjin charge. That's just for style when I can finish them off like that, but technically it's not optimal.
Challenger.
Yeah, I gotta make the first attack whiff of the stabby stab. Let's call it the stabby stab, right?
Round 1. Fight.
Wins. Uh-oh.
Round 2. Fight.
That's okay.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Rashid wins. Round 1.
Get him.
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Like, is this for real?
Rashid wins.
He jumped on every single fireball that I did. What type of controller do I use? I'm currently using this. This is a Furin FRS leverless controller. If you ever parry the eye, you can do a drive reversal. And it will always be a punish counter. You mean I can do a drive impact? Yeah, will always be punish counter. True. Sometimes it can make sense.
Happy holidays.
In a lot of cases, I forget about that simply because Ryu has interesting options there. Like you can do a hard kick and then spend 2 drive gauges in order to do a side switch in the corner. Usually this is what you want to do. If you do the drive impact, you can you can deal more damage to the opponent's drive gauge, but at the cost of your own drive gauge. This is very important to understand. That's not always what you want to do.
Here comes a new challenger.
You can do drive impact into crouching fierce into drive impact with Ryu. Yes. The only problem that I really have with it is it drains my gauge to the max as well. You know?
Round 2. Fight.
Jimmy.
What is he doing? LPS Ulti, my man! Thank you so much for the 84 months. Appreciate it. As Jimmy burns himself up in the first combo. I mean, to be fair, I dropped the combo, and I would have cornered him as a result. Did not see anyone versus Lord Venom. Maybe I should watch that. Bit of trash talking you. Really? With any walker? The most respectful person on the planet? Really? Yo, Muhammad Hajju, what's up, my man? Yeah, too obvious.
Ryu wins.
Honestly, I would have probably watched it together with you guys, but I think Capcom does not allow to put something like that on YouTube, right? Can I make a reaction video like that? I don't think I'm allowed to do that, am I? I actually think they have strict rules around that nowadays. So I'm not even sure if watching it on Twitch would be legal. I cannot, right? Risk it. Look, if I'm not gonna risk my livelihood on that, okay? I really have to keep in mind, like, I have a wife and 2 kids to feed. That's how you say it. By the way, good to see eyes on TikTok. Swear. He's getting all the reads right, and I'm dead now. Okay, let's go to the next match.
Luke wins. Round 1.
The won't risk his life for his viewers. How dare. He knew there that I'm gonna do DP? Really? Very patient. I didn't get my light kick out. I'm gonna die because of that. Yeah, I just died there.
Luke wins.
You know, like, this is something that I have a real issue with in Street Fighter 6. For some reason, I cannot consistently do strings. This is something that I've never had any issues with in Street Fighter 4 or 5. But in Street Fighter 6, like, a simple string is difficult to execute in this game. I tried to do light punch into light kick. My light kick did not come out. And as a result, I got light punch into a raw donkey kick, which he interrupted. And then I died. And till this day, I cannot figure out why sometimes my attacks don't come out. And you know what the worst part about this is? I can't look it up in the replays, because in the replays you cannot tell when you are recovered from a move and when you are not. So technically I could go to the replay and see, hey, I'm pressing a light kick too early or whatever. But you cannot do that in Street Fighter 6 because for some reason they decided to not put the frame meter into the replays. This is such an odd choice in Street Fighter 6. Such a regression from Street Fighter 5 for no reason. They already implemented the frame meter in a much, much, much better way than Street Fighter 5. Just use it. Are you using controller or arcade stick? I'm using... Everybody uses a controller, okay? A controller pad was what you meant, right? I'm using neither a pad nor a arcade stick. This is a hitbox. It's an all buttons controller. This is called a leverless controller or hitbox. Like the most popular, or the ones that popularized this layout, is hitbox. This particular model is a Furin FRS. Yeah, the fact that there's no frame meter and replay is crazy to me. Like, you would think that, hey, maybe they prioritized other features, you know? Maybe they prioritized other stuff so they couldn't put everything into the release version. But they already implemented it. They already put it in training mode. This is literally just a UI mistake again. All you had to do was go to the options, and add frame meter on off toggle to the UI. That's all they had to do. You've already written the code. Copy paste the code from training mode to the replay. All you have to do. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy to me. I'm actually sure there's some technical reason why they can't do that. Maybe the implementation that they have for like pausing the game, maybe it breaks the frame meter, for example. Honestly, this could be the case. But then it means they either implemented the replays poorly or they implemented the frame meter poorly. It's one or the other. So if the frame meter gets broken by the feature set of the replays, it just means you have a design problem. Capcom needs me as an employee. I don't think so. I mean, I'm a software developer, you know, but I really haven't worked in the field in a long time at this point. I mean, do I really want to have a job at like a QA employee for Capcom? I don't think so. Any reason to use a hitbox over just a keyboard? No. If you have a keyboard and you want to play on it, it's basically the same thing. There are some disadvantages, I guess. Like if you have like a hitbox with the proper board, it's gonna have a little bit less latency. Like mine, for example, is compatible with PlayStation 3, 4, 5, all of the Xboxes, Nintendo Switch, PC, full compatibility for me. A keyboard is not going to give you that. But in general, if you're playing on PC, you might as well play on a keyboard. I mean, my hitbox uses Cherry MX switches, the same that are in my keyboard, you know? Can you show full roster? Yeah, sure. Good to see all of you guys on TikTok, by the way. So this is currently the full roster. Next character should be releasing soon, by the way. There are 2 coming characters for this season still. Jesse Galdino, good to see you. Ultra Cupra Rebirth, good to see you as well on TikTok, on YouTube. Lucian, Steve, yo, what's up? Sonam, Funsock, good to see you, my man. Chanty, what's up on YouTube? Thought more? Well, the game has been out for 6 months at this point. This is more characters than we ever had within 6 months period, you know? And they're all fleshed out, and the game actually has good mechanics that are not lacking, like Street Fighter 5. Like, Street Fighter 6 is a very fleshed out game. But the sacrifice for the way Capcom handles Street Fighter compared to other stuff is that in the first release, usually you should expect around 16 characters. For Street Fighter 6, it happened to be 18 characters. Tekken is just blatantly better. Is that so? If it's blatantly better, then why doesn't everyone just play Tekken? They're very different games, you know. I used to play a lot of Tekken as well. Never got into competitive Tekken, but I can see the appeal of Tekken for sure. But I mean, obviously you can't say it's blatantly better. If it was just blatantly better, then everybody would just be playing Tekken. Tekken's greatest weakness and strength at the same time is having all the combos be what we call in Street Fighter target combos. Basically, you just string together different buttons and they will almost always lead to some kind of combo. That's the #1 way to combo in Tekken. That has a major advantage for beginners because you can basically just mash buttons and your character is going to do something cool. Like, just remembering back in the days, Tekken 3 with Eddie, you could easily impress people with combos there, even if you had no idea what the hell you're doing. This is something that you can't do in Street Fighter in general. Attacks or combos work differently. Most combos are links and cancels, and not these types of cancels, not target combo cancels. So they're different in that regard, in a big way. Thoughts on Mortal Kombat? I mean, Mortal Kombat 1. I have not played one of the modern Mortal Kombats in a long time, I have to tell you. But my problem with Mortal Kombat, like, I have really fond memories of Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo as a kid. I will always have a good memory of the series. My issue with it is it's not taken seriously as a competitive fighting game ever, not even by the developers. So let's imagine Mortal Kombat had like the best gameplay for competitive play. You know, you would think that, oh, a lot of people would be playing it, right? And we would have a lot of tournaments and stuff, right? And it turns out this is not true at all. It's very difficult to market your fighting game as a serious fighting game to play at a tournament, you know, like long term. And Mortal Kombat 1, for example, the developer, like Bandai Namco, like had so little faith in Mortal Kombat 1 to perform competitively that they didn't even offer for the first year any kind of like league or like qualification for a big tournament series or anything like that. It was not there. Like something to compare to the Capcom Pro Tour, you know? And oh, Warner Brothers, my bad. We were talking about Mortal Kombat, right? My bad. I had Tekken once again in mind when I said that. Obviously, it's NetherRealm Studios, right? That are working on it. For Mortal Kombat, once again, like they always have this problem. Tekken and Street Fighter, they're always pretty good in terms of competitive viability. But at the end of the day, it's kind of funny. Like Mortal Kombat outsells Street Fighter regularly, always, pretty much, and yet the tournament scene is always weak. Why? Because people, the whole marketing around the game is for the fatalities. At the end of the day, you play the game. It usually has a somewhat of a good storyline to like a single player mode that you can enjoy. And then you see the fatalities and then you're done with the game. That's what the developers are expecting from you. Yeah, Reno. NetherRealm Studios. Once again, I had Tekken in mind when I said that. They only outsell because of its legacy, but the games since Mortal Kombat X have both been horrible. Have they been horrible? Has Mortal Kombat 11 been horrible? I can't judge the gameplay. For all I can tell you is, okay, if we compare Mortal Kombat to Tekken to Street Fighter, then you can tell the developers have completely different mindsets. And I think the biggest problem for Mortal Kombat is simply the marketing. The marketing is too much about, hey, we are the serious fighting game. We like, you want to buy this game because you're going to be doing some horrible shit to the other character once you win a round, you know? The fatalities are a great marketing standpoint for the gore element is a great marketing for the game, but the competitive viability suffers as a result. Gameplay wise, Mortal Kombat 11 was abysmal. Okay, I can't tell if this is actually true or not. All I can tell you is I know a lot of people, even if Mortal Kombat was like competitively the best fighting game, you know, even if they put in a lot of work to make it like a great, interesting game, which I can't judge because I don't play it, right? But let's say that's the case, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't make me play the game because I knew that over the course of a couple of months, it would be worthless, like to play long term. Mortal Kombat 11 had a breakaway system that ruined the entire game. Okay. Like, you know what? For the next Street Fighter game, I'm gonna give it a chance. I mean, Mortal Kombat game, I'm gonna give it a chance. You know, I want to check out more Tekken 8 as well once it comes out. We can have a brief look. So annoying. JP ruined Street Fighter 6. Just did it. Just did it.
Ken wins. Round 1. Fight.
Oh, great lag. Great. I love the lag.
Round 2. Fight.
See, like, why do I sometimes just not get the light kick? I swear, maybe it's the light kick that is buggy. So frequent. Just never get that button for some reason. Truly hate that.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
You get consistent Oki off of the hard DP. With Drive Rush, sure. Depends on how exactly you hit the DP. slap his hobo ass.
Ryu wins.
I'm more of an anime arc system works or Capcom type of player. The problem with fighting games in general is I think they're like more enjoyable the more you spend time playing them. So I think that a lot of players are under the impression that whatever they're currently playing is the most logical choice. I think there's a lot of like arrogance when it comes to like people talking about their fighting games. At the end of the day, whatever fighting game you're playing, it's probably enjoyable. In fact, I think it's actually kind of difficult to make a bad fighting game because the human element is going to make it fun pretty naturally.
Here comes a new challenger.
So we keep telling ourselves, instead of just enjoying whatever we're doing, I keep hearing people trying to justify why they're playing anything. The main reason why I play Street Fighter is first of all nostalgia, and secondly, like as I said, like the more you play something, the more enjoyable it becomes when it comes to fighting games. The only other fighting game that I really played like close to being competitive at least is Smash Brothers. I missed that. Wow, okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Just kept jumping. What? I don't understand why inputs are so weird in this game. Once again, I tried to do a light kick into a Tatsu and I got a crouching light kick instead. Don't know what's up with this.
Marisa.
It's always the light kick that is giving me trouble for some reason.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god. I'm terrible at this, guys. Nice. Oh. Oh my god, what? I got him. Let's go. Oh man.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Rob that man in broad daylight. Can you get the level 2 off the heart punch? I don't even know, to be honest. Yeah, right? I tried to time it in a way that is most likely to either give me a level 1 or just barely the level 2, and I really fucked that one up.
Mariza.
I'm gonna practice that in training. Okay, I need to turn this off. If I don't charge it, I get 3,000. Yeah, there it was. There it was. It's definitely possible. Guess I held it a little bit too long. Really don't have to hold a whole lot to get it. Oh yeah, okay. As long as you hold it even a tiny bit, you get the level 2. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, learned something. I think it's because you charge it a little that it did not connect. No, I charged it too much.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's easier to charge if I do a crouching heavy punch. Can you do it all the time from the position that I was in? Wow, that was 2 big buttons there. Very greedy. It's very greedy. Who is this guy? Who's this guy? This is like some throwaway account for someone. Okay, like this guy is just unbelievably greedy with his options. It's secretly Phenom. It's not Phenom. It's like some kind of like JP player who's trying out Ken or something like that. At least the name would really fit if that was actually the case. Actually, I really can't believe decision making. I guessed everything wrong on my wake up, and he guessed everything right. This button is a real problem. That was not a punish. Could have killed him, guaranteed.
Round 2. Fight.
See, like, I'm guessing everything wrong. I got him good on this one, though.
Ryu wins. Round 1. Fight.
Yo, Pat, Timely Moments Shop, and Joshua. Thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. That's okay. Ken is so oppressive in this situation. There is no solution. Even the EXTP is not a solution because I have to sacrifice so much meter to do that. Gets wrong every time. How to deal with the Ken players who are just overly aggressive? If the Ken player is overly aggressive, he has a high probability to beat me. Like, what do I do? Like, the Ken player can legit just walk forward the entire time, and there is nothing I can do to stop him. If I use the options to stop him guaranteed, then I actually lose my win condition. I actually lose my win conditions if I stop him. If I don't stop him, I end up giving away too much drive gauge. So I end up losing my win condition once again. It's really difficult. Tatsumaki. Like, doing something randomly in neutral is never gonna give you a win, okay? The solution is never, hey, gamble your life away in this moment. That is never gonna lead to victory. Interesting. Yeah, who's the Ken? I don't know. I think it's some kind of like Will not kill, but the other combo would also not have killed. I know that for a fact. Oh, he did it again.
Cammy wins. Round one.
Tried to backdash. The light kick didn't come out again. Bad. Ooh, this is really bad. Don't have any resources here, so I have to let him do the stun. Okay. I couldn't get my button again.
Cammy wins.
Crouching medium punch lost here. Jesus. How did I lose though? Gotta do a better job there. Have you all seen the Tekken 8 demo? They have a system like modern controls in 6. Oh, do they? Oh, quite interesting. I wanted to check out the demo, but I never got to do that because I got sick. Jimmy, are you currently... I missed a couple of questions on TikTok. Sorry about that. Okay, great, Jimmy.
Happy holidays. Smile.
Rixian, my man, thank you so much for the 28 months. Happy holidays to you too, my man. Juan Shortman does and wins. Juan Shortman is hilarious. Oh wow, that was odd. Seriously, that's the most fucked up shit JP can do. The fact that he can do that is absolutely crazy to me. Oh my god! I just couldn't get the charge. Sweep on wake up. There we go.
Ryu wins. Round one. Fight. Excuse me. Disgrace. Now observe. Away.
Like that.
Here. Now observe. Away. Step aside.
And there was nothing I could have done. Ngola and User, thank you so much for the gift on TikTok. So greedy. Oh my god.
Care to hear how this ends? In ruin. JP wins!
Didn't do a good job there. What do I think of the Ken matchup? Well, sometimes I feel like I don't understand how to play. Sometimes I feel like the matchup is even in Ryu's favor. And I just cannot tell sometimes against specific Ken players when they apply a specific style. I just have not figured out what to do. Like after every single crouching, like Ken can just walk forward, crouching medium kick every single time, and then get a massive mix-up out of that without spending any bar.
A new challenger.
And I don't know how to deal with that. I want to be completely honest with you. Is the JP reacting to grabs? You cannot react to grabs. I missed the whip punish there. How can you jump when he is 1 centimeter away from you? Oh, the throw has a lot of startup. That's fine. Oh, a light kick doesn't work against that. Unbelievable. This guy is so crazy. There we go. This is the thing that I cannot avoid. So tough to avoid exactly this scenario right here. When you're trying to out-footsie someone, you can just walk in your space safely. This is 100%. How am I, like, I just don't understand how I'm supposed to beat someone like this. I really don't understand this. Like, if you can get all of those jumps, like, how? Just how? I can't light kick. I need to burn myself out right there in order to avoid this. Try to parry. I really need a parry button. I really need that parry button. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Ken is so strong with that. Walk into crouching medium kick range and then do heavy Dragon Lash. You cannot DI Dragon Lash. No. I can DI Dragon Lash if I know exactly the moment when it's going to happen. If I'm thinking, hey, I need to worry about crouching medium kick right now, you will not drive impact Dragon Lash. No. So, just no, that's not gonna work. I find jab easier. It's so tough. Like the problem is sometimes you see Ken do a button, and you know after that button, you want to challenge with light kick. But if he cancels into Dragon Lash, the light kick will whiff and he will get a punish counter on that. It's so ridiculous, this button. Very tough to deal with. Yeah, if people are doing a drive impact on the Dragon Lash, it means you're being very obvious with it. You just need to change up the spacing a little bit and the timing. And then it's going to be very difficult to deal with. Like what kind of train just ran over me right there? What is going on? Is this all of this is just from one EXDP that he got from the hooligan? That's it. Whiffed 1 DP, died for it. Oh my god. If I try to stay safe with the hard kick, a regular jump in will kill me. Oh man, this is comedy. You see that? I couldn't anti-air that. If you had chosen not to dive kick there, my DP would have whiffed again. And now I'm dead. Man, this is the most inconsistent match in the entire game, for sure. It's just based on me getting lucky on what he's going to do next. Like, I smoke this guy sometimes 2-0 without any problems, and sometimes we have matches like this. Nothing was learned. Nothing. Like, seriously, what did I learn this set? Gotta guess better on the anti-air next time. I just gotta get lucky. You gotta get lucky on the anti-air. There is no consistent anti-air. Oh my god, that was a fireball. I would love to see like how Exhaustive Surge like interpreted this input sequence as a DP there. Honestly, I would love to understand how Exhaustive Surge even got the idea to give me a DP there. These are really on point. Big problem here. Nah, I barely got it. He dropped it, and I was mashing DP. Level 3. How did I not get that? When you mash a super, you don't get it. If I'm trying to desperately be careful about a fireball input, I get a DP. Or a super. That's a disaster. I really want to avoid that. Man, that was bad. Sorry, guys. Chicken Wing and Roan Bilson, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. Maybe if I had burned myself out, I could have killed. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Is cheating a thing online in Street Fighter 6? On high level, no. Or almost no. On lower level, I can't tell you for sure. There's supposedly, like, people who have scripts for certain stuff, but I have never encountered anyone doing that. I would assume on low level it happens more frequently than on high level. Of course. He went up to me. Did he just mistime his attack, or... Wow, crouching medium king is unsafe there. Dr. Strange Pants, thank you so much. Let's play a stronger ground game. I'm sure I can beat him just on the ground. You see, I just have to play a ground game. Oh no! Oh. Should have done a regular combo. What controller are you using, Lucas? You've been. How long have you been on my this TikTok lives? Really, the first time you're asking? I'm playing on a Furin FRS. It's a hitbox / liverless controller. I got a red card when my ISP and the servers went to shit, as if I was the one rage quitting. But you said it was a problem with your ISP, right? If it was a problem with your ISP, then technically you're the one causing the disconnects. When people rage quit, I wish you'd actually get LP from it. Honestly, I don't really mind that. I think it's just a measure to not have more people rage quit. Like, you could potentially abuse the system. Not quite sure how you would set it up. I'm sure people would find a way to have like some kind of system where they would intentionally rage quit against players to boost their LP and stuff like that. I think it's a good idea to not do that. Fight against Ryu? Yo, what is this kind of spam on TikTok? People quitting while a CA that kills them and saying is the connection's fault. I mean, at the moment we're having a lot of connection issues, you know, so it's hard to tell. It's not my last stream for this year. I'm gonna probably take a couple of days off now. YouTube is gonna keep running for sure. But maybe like in 2 days I might be able to stream again. Who knows? Definitely not tomorrow though. Host, can you stop him from spamming? I'm gonna do something about him. I'm not sure if blocking him does anything. Milton, do you want to be a moderator and help me with this? I made you a moderator right now. So... still punished, damn. This guy is kind of weak though. Ronaldo's good to see you, my man. Actually, I had to look up the meme. Like, I was wondering why .exe was saying it this way, and since I'm not into football, but now I get it. Not today. No set. I'm still a bit sick, so I just wanna grind it out right here. But hopefully after, like, next time I stream, we can do a set, okay? If I don't I'm not screaming it, I'm not saying it the right way. I guess so. That's okay. He can spend all of his resources just to barely stay in the game. I've not tried Tekken 8 demo because I was sick the last couple of days, so I unfortunately didn't get to check it out. Oh! It's my birthday, play me. Happy birthday. Is it for real or are you lying? Josue Rivas, welcome my man. Happy holidays to you too. It's Guile's birthday. Do people identify as Guile? Is that socially like not acceptable? What's like socially necessary? Is there like that word? What do you call that concept? Sexually. Sexually, yes, I'm Guile. Okay. Spammer Jimmy, yep. I just don't have any honor, you know? I don't know how to fight like a real man. That's why I do pussy fireballs. Hellpoyer Ranger, welcome on TikTok. You only play OP to Diamond by choice? Oh, you're talking about... Wait, who are you talking about? I should have known. Windy, I should have known. Oh no! I thought I could get him. What? Almost got the semi conversion. What? Oh, there we go. Like Semi, the German Ryu player, the god himself. The god himself, you know? You gotta know him. Either you know him or you don't. Honda retiring from sumo. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's go. Honestly, when I see such toxic play from a Ryu player to a Honda, I actually love it. That's not toxic play, that's playing the matchup the intended way. I mean, it would be great if I can just beat a player without having to play the matchup correctly, but I don't always get this luxury, you know? Oh, I just realized I'm at 6 wins in a row. I'm kind of godlike, guys. Nobody notices. Have I done World Tour? No. Uh-oh. Okay, fair enough. This guy wants to challenge me. I'll let him challenge me. Show me what you got, my man. Ooh, okay, very predictable patterns. That's what you got, okay. Ooh. Oh, Jim Jams. Uh-oh. Oh my god! Woo! Almost got embarrassed right there. Easy. Told you guys, easy. That wasn't close at all.
Ryu wins. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
I can really stay in control here. Nope.
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god, did you just see that?
Ryu wins.
And like what I saw was super easy, you know, it was completely free. 8 wins in a row, free set as predicted, okay? I still got the perfect predictions. Told you guys, this guy's easy. Oh man. Oh man, I have no idea what was that. Oh my god, that was stressful. Anyways, I think this is a good time. Pretty sure this is a good time to watch a little trailer with you guys. So shouts to Do World for sponsoring this section of the stream. Let's watch a trailer. Just like to make your life difficult, maybe. Maybe I should offer some like translation for the English viewers. The German Elden Ring. You can get 60% off from December 21st until January 4th. Yeah, this is actually an Amazon from Amazon Game Studios, which is interesting. Yeah, open world RPG. I've not tried it so far though. The game is obviously not in German. No, it's just that the sponsored content that I get directly from Twitch is always going to be in German. Unfortunately, I reached out to change it, but I can't do anything about it. I can give you translations though. Okay, so. Right here it says buy now and save up to 60%. And I mean, let's just watch the trailer again with the I'm gonna offer live translations, okay? A world for warriors. A world for sorcerers. A world for troops. A world for artists. A world for everybody. I'm good at this. Hey, I can do this. Live translations. Buy now, get 60% off. A world even for you, fake scientist. A world for a bear. As I said, this is like an open world RPG. And it's going to be on sale this holiday season. So try it out. I can be a translator. My sister actually is a translator. I mean, used to be, I guess. But that's what she studied. Okay. Let's go. You need to really hype it up, Jimmy. No, I don't need to do shit. Bernard. The reason why I stop in Plat to Diamond is because it starts not to be fun above those ranks. Like, for those who are watching on TikTok or really anywhere else and you're like, this is not fun anymore, getting beyond a certain level. I totally understand that. Like, I mean, if I was not a streamer, I wouldn't be able to play Street Fighter enough to get good enough to reach Master Rank, to be honest. So this is just a privilege that I have. Depending on your routine, you simply won't have the time to spend on the game. And maybe you don't even want to spend it this way. Maybe like it becomes a chore at some point getting better. This is actually like universally true for anything that you can do as a human being. Getting better than the average player is usually easy, or getting to a skill level where you're better than average is usually not that difficult. If you are dedicated, you will reach that point fairly quickly. But then getting to the top, you know, like getting to the top 1% is incredibly difficult. And then it becomes even more difficult. Getting to the top 0.01%. Now that's where we're talking about like serious dedication. It becomes a real chore, and you really have to ask yourself, is this what you want to do? I mean, in the Melee community, we had Armada, for example, who complained about having to deal with stress because he had to, at the end of the, let's say, the Five Gods era, he just had to deal with Hungry Box, and it became too competitive for him. He said in order to keep winning, he had to do stuff like the game became not enjoyable anymore just in order to win. And that's when it becomes not worth it to compete anymore. And I totally understand that, you know? This is absolutely something that I understand. And like this is why if you're really smart about like, I mean, maybe like you're like ultra competitive and you want to keep competing forever if you want to try to do that. But most of the players, they have like some kind of peak and then they kind of fall off. And if you have your peak, it's really smart to turn into a content creator and while you're established, establish your presence on Twitch and YouTube, for example, or TikTok. You know, because then you can have a future, and honestly, you can do whatever you want to do. Oh, I thought I had him, my bad. Retire, basically. Basically, yeah. I mean, what's the longest competitive... Like, ask yourself this, okay? If you're a competitive Street Fighter player, what's the longest that it can hold out and actually make a living from like being a competitive player? Like, who's actually out of the Street Fighter players? Who's making enough money from tournament wins alone to call that a full-time job? Kakaroo. Okay, but Kakaroo is really lucky and he happened to get like a shit ton of money recently, okay? That's not the rule. That's the exception. Usually, the way you want to do this is establish yourself in a community, like the Street Fighter community, and then try to find something more stable than tournament wins. Like content creation, for example, or you don't have to become a content creator, you know, like, but become like do something else instead of competing. So if you really enjoy fighting games and you want to stay in the community, you can keep doing that without having to deal with the, well, absolutely unstable it's just at the end of the day, it's just not stable. It's not sustainable to attempt to just make a living through tournament wins. At least it isn't in Street Fighter. God, this guy. Yo, Ryan, what's up?
Round 2. Fight.
It's not the tournament prize pool. No, but I mean, how many people are actually get a salary through a sponsor? We have a couple, sure. But how many are there? Oh, damn it.
Ken wins.
But it's really rare, Ryan. It's really rare to get that.
Round 1.
I thought, honestly, I was under the impression that the more time passes, like going from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5, I thought, and from 5 to 6, I thought we'd have more sponsorship opportunities. I thought the community is going to get bigger and we're going to have more opportunities like that. I feel like that's not the case at all. Oh, it's really sloppy, my bad. Yo, Isaac, what's up, my man? Happy holidays to you too. Hope you're doing great. This guy is so greedy. Play a proper ground game. Next round, let's play the match differently. There's more sponsor opportunity, but why would they invest in Street Fighter? I guess that's a good point. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Nah, that was not good. Maybe offline tournament. Actually, that's a great point to make. Maybe the fact that we don't have offline tournaments is a real issue in that regard. Yo, Burning Butter, what's up? I guess I'm still invisible here. Well, you're a butter that is burning. Yeah, all the hype is offline, and also, honestly, if you're like a sponsor and you want to get like your you want to have like an opportunity for your player to shine, you know, to make an impact, is that even really possible through an online tournament? I think like you guys are making a good point here. Yeah, Ryan, I have to agree. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about like sponsored opportunities being directly negatively impacted by how the Capcom Pro Tour works. This is something I should probably write down. It's a great argument in favor of like another one to the pile in favor of having more offline tournaments. That's a big one, yeah. That's a shame, you know? I really hope Capcom reconsiders their stance on the amount of offline events. And also the structure. There should probably be a point system. It's kind of crazy to me that a player like MenRD almost did not qualify for Capcom Cup, even though he made like grand finals at pretty much every offline major tournament, you know? So when the biggest competition was there, MenRD was top 2. So he's clearly one of the best players in the world right now. And the fact that we have a system in place that potentially excludes a player like that from the Capcom Pro Tour is crazy. Betting on XYZ to maybe make top 8. I mean, content creation is pretty big nowadays, you know? And people... Like, the game has definitely changed significantly from Street Fighter 4 and 5 era. Street Fighter 6 is a completely different beast when it comes to content creation, and you really have to think about it differently as well. Yeah, right? First at Capcom Cup, and then second at EVO, and then the Singapore premiere. You got second place, right? Was it second place? At some offline event. I'm pretty sure at multiple of the very few offline premiere events, MenRD made an appearance in grand finals. And, like, crazy that he still had to like, he only qualified on his very last attempt as far as I know. That's crazy. There should be a point system. There used to be a point system. You know, if you do well in one of the really big established events, there should be slots for that. Just to balance out. I mean, I don't have any problem with the World Warrior stuff, by the way. I think it's actually really good for local scenes. They really get supported through the World Warrior. But, like, make it so that the top players at offline events, there are a few slots for them as well. I think that would also incentivize people to, like, the established players to travel more. If they could get to Capcom Cup just by going to the big events and then performing well. I think that would be good. We need more offline events for sure, though. I'm kind of worried, like, Capcom is gonna drop the ball on this one. Was the point system way better, or was there still some problems with it? Well, I mean, what's the problem with it? I mean, if you have point system, then you basically exclude everyone but the people who can afford to go to these events, you know? The problem is, well, if you want to get to Capcom Cup, you have to travel around the world. There's no denying that. Who's gonna have the highest chance of getting into Capcom Cup? Well, the already established players who have sponsors who are gonna be paying for them, you know? Most of the time, that's how it's gonna work. I think somebody like Ending Walker, for example, with the old system, would have been very difficult for him to qualify for Capcom Cup. AKA the best players. The problem with the best players is like once again, like, the only people who are really gonna qualify for Capcom Cup in the old system are the people who are able to travel. It's not necessarily the best player. I mean, it's obviously a big chunk of it is gonna be like the good players, obviously, right? But then let's say you're a rising player and you're trying to make your mark. Like, good luck affording to go to all sorts of events to get enough points to do that. It's gonna be really tough to do. So in that regard, it's kind of good that we have the World Warrior system. I just think they need to tweak, like, the amount of slots for offline events and make them more significant. Did Rain Pro like move to the UK, or is he just temporarily there? Minimum 1 year in the country, but then like if you move to a country, then like you're basically excluded from a Capcom Pro Tour. Why would that happen? Like, why would you require that? Yeah, but why does it matter? I mean, at the end of the day, the World Warrior event is location based, right? So if you're in a specific location, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. It matters because it's abusable. Somebody's gonna move to a different country to get into multiple World Warriors? Are you telling me that's the problem? Who's gonna do that? Wait, did Rain Pro move to the UK to do that? That's nonsense. That's nonsense. No, like I don't understand the problem. What's the problem with that? Okay, like I get it. Okay, so the argument is supposed to be, well, you want to have like a person from a specific location, right? Like you want to that's the point of the World Warrior anyways, right? You want to have someone from the UK be represented in the tour. So now you happen to have someone from Hong Kong move into the territory, and now he's taken a spot from the UK effectively, right? Like I want to know, like, what's the plan for Rain Pro? Like, why is he in the UK? You don't have to move. If you're jobless, you can stay with family for 3 months in another country. You can jump to a weaker region to qualify much easier. Nah, but like, honestly, that's far-fetched. Are you telling me that it's likely that somebody is gonna like have his entire life revolving around like a qualification spot for Capcom Cup, and then you're gonna like what? You have to happen to have family there for that to even be feasible for most people. Are you gonna stay in a hotel for 3 months to compete at the World Warrior? That's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen for most people. Imagine Takedo being the Brazilian champion. I don't see a problem with that if Takedo moved to Brazil. I would see a problem with that if Takedo specifically stayed at a hotel room for the duration of the World Warrior, and he specifically went there just to compete in the online CPT. That would be really odd. But a player moving to a different country, I don't see why they would be banned for a year. Why would you do that? I'm trying to imagine, like, you're really hyped for Street Fighter 6 and the Capcom Pro Tour, and you have plans to move to a different country, let's say in July. And because of that, you are not allowed, you're not eligible to compete in the CPT. That doesn't sound right either. No, Takedo did not move to Brazil. We're just talking hypothetically what would happen. Ryan, so what would be fair in your opinion? Do you think it would be fair to have like a requirement for the person to have been in the country for at least 1 year to compete in the Capcom Pro Tour? I mean, the whole problem that people are like talking about is, okay, you can abuse the system. You can do like really weird stuff like moving around different countries to play different World Warriors. Has that happened? Has that happened with Rain Pro? Now that would be a juicy story, you know? I mean, the whole point of requiring a 1 year residency in a specific area is to avoid people from traveling around the world competing in different World Warriors, right? So my question is, has that happened? Can you be a part of the German national football team if you're sent to Germany from Hong Kong to work for 3 months? I think it requires you to have German citizenship. But I also know there were exceptions for that. But I'm not quite sure exactly how that works. But that's not the same thing. Like, this is not like a... this is not officially a nationality thing for Capcom anyways, right? For Capcom, it's always been, okay, we're introducing the World Warrior series in order to have people from specific regions, if they are there, obviously, right? So that a player from a specific region can qualify for Capcom Cup. Once again, like, if the player is not moving around to qualify for, like, I mean, is there actually a rule that bans you from entering multiple World Warrior like regions? And if there is, would that be a problem? Are people gonna speculate on the weakest region? I mean, in order to pull that off, like seriously, in order to pull that off, you would have to speculate heavily and make plans for a long time to pull this off. This is the first year of Street Fighter 6. We have no idea who the strong regions are. Like, I'm talking like early on, you know? I mean, the World Warriors, they have concluded at this point. But if you really want to pull this off, to be like, hey, I'm not going to compete in this super strong and stacked region, I'm going to move to a different country and play the World Warrior there. That's quite some dedication. Capcom specifically created this format to have multiple nations represented by their people. But then, I mean, if Capcom was serious about that, instead of like being like, hey, if you're from this region, if you're playing in this region, you're representing the region, right? If you want to be more strict than that, then Capcom, well, should have done it like the German nationals team and have a check the ID. Honestly, it sounds like a theoretical problem that doesn't really exist. I don't know why Rain Pro is in the UK right now. I mean, Rain Pro would be the only player right now that we could talk about in terms of abusing the system. Why is he there? I don't know. Is he planning to stay in the UK? I don't know. For studies. I think if the goal is world representation, you can't simply allow folks for other countries to move around trying to find the easiest region. As I said, like, even doing that would be difficult. Because you wouldn't know, like, where the easy regions are. Germany, for example, happened to be a super difficult region. Like, we happen to have, like, a lot of really strong players here in Germany. Germany was very difficult to win the World Warrior. So you would have to make a guess. I mean, now in the second year, maybe you could argue you could have a better chance of guessing the strong and weak regions right. I understand, Ryan. I understand. The argument is supposed to be the World Warrior series is there to represent like some local community, right? And if you only moved there recently, then you're not really representing the local community. I understand the argument. But I find it unreasonable to punish a player. Let's say you're like a dedicated player, but you're young. Let's say you're moving because of your studies. You're supposed to be banned from the Capcom Pro Tour because you happen to move at the wrong time, to remove the possibility, the theoretical possibility of a player abusing the system effectively, a problem that we didn't really have. It's about sticking with the rules. Yeah, but it's not in the rules what you're saying, Ryan, right? So the players are sticking with the rules. As far as I know, you're only allowed to enter one region of the World Warriors. Is that correct, or is that not correct? I think it would definitely be fucked up if you moved around different countries to play in multiple World Warrior events. I'm pretty sure that's not possible though. When are you coming back with the analysis? Analysis of what? Raul, welcome. I'm pretty much done for today, yes. Maybe I'm gonna go offline for TikTok, since you're not seeing the discussions with Twitch and YouTube right now. So yeah, TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Gameplay analysis, giving tips, etc. You said the analysis, like I was planning to do something. I'm gonna make, I'm currently working on a couple of tutorials for YouTube, so stay tuned. If you're on Twitch, definitely check out the YouTube, okay? Great, I can't type. Call me Cap, yep, unfortunately already over. But this is a really interesting discussion. I really wonder what would be a fair way to handle this. I understand the argument, but I just don't think it is reasonable or fair to exclude anyone moving. I'm more British than Rain Pro, but I could not enter UK. Even if I wanted to switch. I mean, Ryan, you could have moved back to the UK, right? There was a possibility to do that. Like, see where my argument is? Like, if we're going to have this kind of argument, okay, it's unreasonable to say, hey, people are just moving to different countries in hopes of having an easier World Warrior bracket. I think that's completely outside of the possibilities that this would be a major issue. It's just too much of your life would have to be spent like organizing around the world, like the Capcom Pro Tour. I just don't think anyone is gonna do that. Beste Grüße aus Österreich. Beste Grüße zurück aus Deutschland. Black Peter Pan, good to see you. But that messes up the whole thing if players can choose. But players cannot really choose. Like, are you telling me that this is like a minor thing that you have to move to a different country? Like, that's not a minor thing. You have to, like, in order to pull this off, you would have to stay in that country for multiple months. Like seriously, we're talking about a problem that is so unreasonable to arise. You can say you're there for work, then you can join. Yeah, theoretically you could do that. But then you would have to guess whether the region is weaker or not. It literally just happened. Yeah, somebody happened to move there. And I don't think it would be fair to exclude any player from getting to Capcom Cup just because they moved. Why would you get punished for moving? Ryan, if you just moved to Germany, if you had just moved to Germany, right? Would you have been happy to have been excluded from the Capcom Pro Tour? Even though you're motivated to play? Would you consider that, would you have been happy with that if you had been excluded? If there was a rule? The issue is this exception is not noted anywhere. What exception? Let me see. It needs to be a case-by-case basis. I mean, I agree with Ryan. I think it would be, if somebody was actually so dedicated to have their entire life revolve around Street Fighter, that they would give up many months of their life in a country that they have no business being in, and having the permit to stay there for that long and the money to stay there for that long. It's just, to me, it just sounds ridiculous. I'm sorry, like, but no matter how I spin it, it sounds ridiculous to me that somebody would make it to Capcom Cup by abusing the system and not by legitimately being there for a specific reason. And I don't think that that's the argument to begin with, right? The argument started with, well, if you go to a new country, like because you have to study there, then you shouldn't be able to represent the people there at Capcom Cup because you're just there for the studies, you know? You're not really there, like, you're not really representing the UK people, right? I understand, like, that's somewhat reasonable. But at the same time, should a player really be punished just because they're moving? I understand the argument, Ryan. I totally do. I just think it's a really harsh punishment for a circumstance in your life. And Ryan, this exact thing could have happened to you as well. Like, this is something that actually happened to you. You moved from the UK to Germany. And I'm pretty sure you would not have been happy if you had been locked out of Capcom, locked out of the possibility to compete for the Capcom Pro Tour just because you moved. FU, man. But the problem is, yeah, technically you don't have to stay at the country for many months at the same time, but you would have to travel at least 5 times for multiple days in order to do that, and at the same time you would not, as far as I know, you would not be eligible to play the World Warrior in your own country. So you have a significant travel that you have to do. Good luck, by the way, entering the online CPT events with hotel Wi-Fi. I don't think you're going to be happy with that. So you're going to have to find a place with proper internet to even play there properly. You're going to have your setup there. That's quite a lot of work just to speculate on a weaker region that is potentially not even weaker than the region that you're participating in. I would have gone back to the UK and played there if that was important to me. I don't know. Like, if Rain Pro is legit, like, honestly, if Rain Pro thought, like, since, I mean, he's the reason why we're having this discussion, right? If Rain Pro thought, hey, the Hong Kong region is very, very difficult, but the UK region is super easy with scrubs like Problem X, Ending Walker, and 1,000 other competent UK players, first of all, that's quite insane. To think that would be an easy way to qualify, and secondly, like, if that was not the thought process, and he just happened to start his studies in the UK at that time, I don't see why he would get punished for that. I understand that if you, but like, honestly, this is not the reasoning from Capcom officially. Capcom has never stated, hey, we want the local people to represent the Capcom Cup. There's no rule for that, because then you would have to make up a lot more rules on how you qualify to being one of the local people, right? At the moment, the way it's defined is your physical location is going to determine where you're going to be playing in the World Warrior. Actually, does that not exclude you anyways then? If your physical location, like where you're a resident, in what country you're a resident? No, it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. How does it work, actually? How does Capcom just asks you, hey, what country are you in, right? They never check, okay, like what, like where are you? Okay, if it's not that, then I don't see the point of the whole thing. I mean, if you moved to a new location, then don't you technically become part of the local community? I just don't see how it'd be reasonable to expect anyone, or why we would have to have an extra rule that excludes people from competing at the Capcom Pro Tour just because they moved. I just don't see how that's reasonable or fair to anyone. I moved to a new location, and let's say I'm a super motivated player, and now I get punished by Capcom because they're trying to not have people, like, jump around regions to get an advantage at the Capcom Pro Tour. something that I just don't see happening. I just don't see happening. You cannot argue that Rain Pro is purposely moved to the UK to get an advantage in the Capcom Pro Tour. Like, that's a stretch. And if it's not a stretch, then we would have to have way more information on his motivations. Once again, like, it would have to be, I don't know, you would have to be really rich, and you would have to have a lot of time, and you have to be super motivated and be really good at the game all at the same time in order to pull that off. And even if all of those are true, you're still gambling. You're still gambling on how to find like the weakest region for the World Warrior. You're gambling while wasting time and money and taking a huge risk with a gamble in order to cheat the system. At least people are funny with the invites. You know, like, I totally see the problem with offline events not being there. But because you can see the effects already. And you could have predicted the effects before even having the Pro Tour play out. Like, the people who have established themselves to be top players in the world potentially don't get to play at Capcom Cup. Like, you can see how the system is just not fair, you know? And that's where I'm going to be like, hey, this is something that has to change. This is not good. I don't like this at all. But honestly, I think it's just... I don't see the issue. I honestly don't see the issue of, like... I think it's unfair to the players who happen to move at a specific time to punish them. I don't see how that is reasonable. Yeah, Ryan, like, my point is not even if Rain Pro is evil or a nice guy. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care in determining, like, what is fair in regards to the Capcom Pro Tour rules. I think arguing that certain players should have a disadvantage in the system because they could potentially cheat their way to Capcom Cup is ridiculous. Okay? So the only way you can make an argument here is by saying, I want the people who have resided in an area for a long time, like community members who have like risen up from a specific community to represent that community at Capcom Cup. And that's why I don't want players like Rain Pro to be eligible for Capcom Cup, for example. I think that's something I can understand. I disagree with it, but I understand it at least, you know? There's a way it can work, but you do need a rule, otherwise you can train up in Japan, then go to a weaker area and win straight away. There should be a minimum period of time residing in that place before you can enter. That would be pretty unreasonable, though, to expect Capcom before entering any event to show, like, how long have you been residing in a specific area. I mean, it would be possible, but would that not have a negative impact on the amount of players registering if you would have to get, like, an official document stating your current residence and stuff like that just to enter an online tournament? I think the negative implications just to require that would be massive. How much is it to become a member or just get a coaching session? Hector, if you're on YouTube, right? Level 2 membership will give you a coaching session. It's a specific format that I came up with. If you're interested, you can take a look at how much it costs. It's pretty expensive, just a heads up. You need the level 2 membership on YouTube. So just click the join button and click the level 2. Obviously, before you pay, you can see how much it's going to cost. It's going to the cost is going to be determined by your specific region. Just give everyone everything they want and have no rules. That's not what I said at all. I just said, like, requiring what you said, Ryan, would definitely have negative impact. It already, I'm pretty sure, by the way you had to register for a Start GG page for the World Warrior events, it was quite a massive list of questions that you had to answer to register. I'm pretty sure there are people who have not registered, at least not for consecutive events, just because of that. So requiring them to get an official document from like an official place, like in your neighborhood, that's like, if you think that's not going to negatively impact your player base, then that's definitely going to affect the player base. Okay, maybe you don't have to check. Maybe you can just make the rule, and if somebody like Rain Pro becomes Capcom Cup champion, they're going to enforce it. You could do it that way, I guess. I still disagree with the idea that a player should be punished for moving. I don't think, like, something tells me that's not fair. Just because I had to move because of circumstances in my life, I'm not allowed to participate in my favorite fighting game and participate in the Capcom Pro Tour. Doesn't seem right to me. As I said, like, if somebody is that dedicated to Street Fighter, like, I've said it before, like, is that the best case scenario? That somebody moved because they had to? That's not the best case scenario. That's the only reasonable scenario. Like, anyone who's trying to argue that you would move to a different continent on the planet in order to gain an advantage because you're moving to a weaker region, and by the way, you have to speculate on the region, okay? Because this is the first year of Street Fighter 6, so you can't possibly know where the strong and weak regions are. Germany, for example, happened to be a very strong region this time around. You have to gamble. You're gambling, and you have the time and the money to move to a new country in just to have a slightly higher chance to qualify for Capcom Cup. You're telling me that's reasonable? Hector, as I said, level 2 is the one that gives you coaching. Level 1 will give you a best of 3 set if you want to. I know there is a substantial difference. I really think like anyone who's trying to argue that people are gonna abuse the system, it's just nonsense, just too far-fetched. So, like, let's not even talk about that, because that scenario sounds so ridiculous to me that it's really not worth discussing. Like, really think about that for a second before anyone claiming people are gonna move around to find the weakest regions. Absolutely crazy to even suggest that. So the only reasonable thing that we could establish here is, well, only the local residents who have been there for a while, who have established themselves in a specific region for a while, like the ones who are actually representing the region, you know? I understand that argument, and I think that's a fair argument to make. You can make that argument, you know? That actually makes sense. You could say, I want only those players to be eligible for the Capcom Pro Tour. Look at Lex. What did Lex do? Nappy Ian, thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. I really appreciate that. So I have a question. Could a player compete in Japan, then fly to Korea to compete? No, they can't. As far as I know, in the rule set, it states that you can only be part of one World Warrior region. Persian Baby Boy, what's up? I also don't think it's a big deal. If someone has to move across the globe for a better chance, they probably aren't winning to begin with. Who is going to move across the globe for multiple months to do that? The only way you could possibly make this argument is if, like, the country that you are trying to get, like, be a part of is very close to your own country. That would be the only reasonable way to do it. And even then, in order to pull that off, you would have to have, like, family or really close friends to stay there for the duration of the World Warrior events. That would be the only way to do that. Let me see. So what's the story about Lex? Nutcase in UK. You're willing to go to the moon to get a weaker region. If you're American and have family in Brazil, for example, the cost becomes very small. Also, I really don't understand why Ryan is, like, so triggered by my statements. Am I being completely unreasonable, guys, to say that maybe if you need to study in a different country, you shouldn't get banned by Capcom from the Capcom Pro Tour? Is that really that unreasonable to say? I honestly think we should talk about the rules if something insane happened, like with the Japanese pros, like all of the big guys with the sponsorships, like Daigo using Red Bull money to win the South African World Warrior event instead of Jobby M to get to the Capcom Pro Tour through South Africa. You know, if something like that happened, I'd be like, okay, like, come on, guys, this is like comedy gold, okay? If that happens, that would be quite insane. But like, even if it was possible through the rules to pull something like that off, Daigo wouldn't even do that because I think like that would be terrible for his brand. That would be a horrible thing for any known personality to do that. Let's see what you say if Punk takes your spot next year. I want to understand what happened to Lex. Anyone trying to argue that Rain Pro moved to the UK to get an easier region? Like, show me the receipts on that, okay? Nonsense. Why would you choose the UK then? It makes no sense. Okay, so but what happened to Lex? Now I'm really interested. But seriously, like, you're trying to tell me that Rain Pro started his studies in the UK to qualify for Capcom Cup because there are only scrubs in the UK. Okay, and that's not far-fetched. He lives in the US. He's just American and competing in the UK Ireland region. Oh, you mean the online premiere event? Like, is that allowed according to the rules? Isn't that specifically something that Capcom allowed, having online premieres where you're allowed to move to that country just in order to compete in the online events? Wasn't that part of the excuse of saying, hey, we don't need offline events? The online premiere events, you can just treat it the same way as an offline event. You just move there as an international player, and then you can play it. Wasn't that part of the deal? Because I'm pretty sure if Lex moved, or he didn't have to move, he just went to the UK in order to participate in the premiere event, right? Then it's exactly by design. That's literally what Capcom would want you to do. But it's not abusing the system. I'm pretty sure Capcom, I mean, what's the difference between the World Warrior and the premiere event? Capcom, didn't they literally design it this way? I'm pretty sure Lex would not be eligible for the UK for the entire duration. I mean, it would be unreasonable to even pull off. It would be difficult to pull off. Are you gonna pause your real life to move from the US to the UK just to be eligible for the World Warrior? What are you gonna do there the entire time? Are you gonna move back and forth because you happen to be rich? And you're gonna stay there just a weekend at some friend's place to play the online CPT? Do you have to really live there? I mean, for the World Warrior event, in order to pull that off, you have to go to the country at least 6 times. Like, for the person qualifying, you would go there 6 times. You would have to go there for multiple days. You would have to be in a place with good internet in order to play. So it's probably not a hotel room. And like, seriously, is anyone really thinking that's like, that did not happen? Not even a single time did that happen. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Maybe we can have more discussions about that at some point. I don't think this is a problem. I don't think if you are the only way somebody is playing a World Warrior event from a region that they're not originally from is because of good reasons, like having to move because of your studies, for example. And I don't think if you're moving because of your studies that you should be that you should not be eligible to participate in a specific region. And also, if you are there for your studies, for example, then you're going to be in that country in that community for a prolonged time anyways. Like, what circumstance would you have to find where someone happens to be in a different country in the exact duration of the Capcom Pro Tour qualification, and then right after that he's going to move back? I've already established how unlikely that is and unreasonable it is to pull that off just to cheat your way into a weaker region. That's not going to happen. So what legitimate reason would you have to have in order to be in that country specifically just for the time slot of that? I can't even find a good reason to do that. Like, most likely it's going to be some young dude who's going to move across the globe. What is a young guy going to do for 6 months at a country? They're going to be there most likely for their studies. And if they're studying there, they're going to be there for multiple years usually. Like, you have to really, like, invent some kind of, like, scenario where this becomes abusing the system. Once you reach legend, I'll YouTube sub level 2. L, good to see you on YouTube. I'll remember that, okay? Because I'm gonna be there very soon, okay? Okay? I'll be there, like, in 2 weeks max, I'm gonna be there. I want to see you on my live stream. I want to see that level 2, that level 2 membership. I don't think it's likely many people will do this, especially if they have to do it multiple times to qualify. Like, even if you have, like, the only people that I can think of who could even possibly pull this off are people who are not going to be able to do that because it's going to ruin their reputation inside of this community. You think Daigo is going to win the South African World Warrior CPT just to have a higher chance to be at Capcom Cup? He's going to risk his brand on that? You have to be insane to think that. In my opinion, allowing the maximum flexibility to not punish players and not have a negative impact on individual players to ensure we need to have a minimum set of rules to ensure the Capcom Pro Tour is played out properly. And I really think we have that. We have that in place. Like, it's unreasonable to ban Rain Pro just because he moved to the UK for his studies. To disallow him from competing. Like, especially because people like Reinhardt, for example, said himself, if Rain Pro was there for a year, he would find it reasonable for him to compete in the Capcom Pro Tour. So if he's only been there for a short while, but he's already guaranteed to be there for longer, or at least he's planning to, like, why would you need to ban him in the first place? To avoid people cheating the system? That's not reasonable. It's just not reasonable. It's just too far-fetched. What is a beginner-friendly character? Play Ryu or Honda. If you don't want to use your brain, play Honda. Honda. I should not have said that, right, guys? Legend is 2000 MR now. It's not going to be a problem. It's easy. You guys think I'm not serious about this, right? I'm getting really confident on Hitbox. I'm gonna make it there very soon. No problem. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Really, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Quite an interesting discussion at the end. Honestly, I was not expecting people to be so invested in that. And maybe worth like talking about in a separate YouTube video. I've not played against Angry Bird, no. Not yet. Not yet. Also, I just don't understand why someone like Ryan is so massively upset about my opinion here. I think that's a totally reasonable opinion to have. Like, don't punish players for no good reason. If you're gonna be scared of people abusing the system, well, show me that this is a real problem first. If you can't do that, and you're gonna have the argument, well, it should be someone locally who's been there for a while. That's just what I think. And that's the only thing that I think is fair, you know? If you say that the World Warrior is supposed to be players from specific regions who cultivated the community, and like they're the ones supposed to getting the what do you say? Like the opportunity, you know? That's a fair argument, you know? I happen to disagree with it, but at least I can see it. I think it being abused is so far-fetched. I highly doubt we'll see it. I consider the possibility to abuse this to be way too low for it to be a real problem. Anyways, I'm gonna be ending the stream right now. Let me see, who can we host? What do you guys want to see? Knuckledoo is just his chair. Banana Can is playing. Maybe Will? What do you guys want to see? Oh, Sheldon Twitching is also streaming. Let's host Sheldon. I like Sheldon. He's a good guy. He's like my son, you know? I'm gonna send you guys over there from Twitch. With that being said, thank you so much for being a part of not just the gameplay portion, but also, well, the interesting discussion. Maybe I'll talk about this on YouTube. It's definitely an interesting topic. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Guys, I really wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm not sure, maybe in 2 or 3 days I'm going to be back on stream. In the meantime, you can find me on YouTube, obviously. !YouTube if you want to see the YouTube channel. You guys know where the YouTube is, right? Watch me on YouTube. There's going to be daily uploads there. With that being said, thanks a lot for watching once again. I really wish you're going to, I really wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays once again, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.